So there's not little babies on them?
Exactly. You're not seeing a lot of little spiders in this area.
It's either good news or bad news. I'm leaning towards
it's bad
news.
news.
Usually bad.
It's bad news.
Usually bad.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Hey, my name is Chris Lindsay, and welcome to Dungeons & Dragons Mythic Encounters in Theros. I am going to introduce my players, starting with Alan Patrick. Alan, tell us about your character.
Hi, my name's Alan Patrick. I'm playing an undying human warlock by the name of Kamenos.
And next, we have Amy Zura.
Hi, I'm Penelope Astra, and I will be your human Horizon Walker Ranger today.
And then Greg Marks.
Hi, I'm playing a human war mage by the name of Nicomedes.
Back to the other side of the screen, we have Latia Jaquise.
Hello, I will be playing your Minotaur Battlemaster Ariadne today.
And Mott Crook.
And I'm playing Mori, your satyr, with a fur constellation in their fur, and they are a rogue scout.
And Travis Woodall.
And I am playing Prothos, who is a forged cleric of Crothis.
This represents about 2/3 of the D&D Adventurers League admin team. This is what it's like when we play behind doors when you guys can't watch us. So soak it up.
Giving away our secrets.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and begin. Summoned to the polis of Miletus by the ruling council known as the 12, you journeyed to that magical city, which is populated primarily with scholars, philosophers, and wizards of great skill and power, called thaumaturges. Upon your arrival, you were quickly ushered through this beacon of enlightenment and erudite pursuits to the bedside of the renowned philosopher and orator, Parasophia. Therein you discovered that while in dialectic debate, the eldest member of the Directorate had openly denounced the divine decree of Erebos, god of death, and in so doing drew the deity's dread displeasure in dangerous degrees. Disastrously disheartened, Parasophia was defrocked, degraded, and discharged of her designated duty, the discerning diplomat having been downcast by the destructive divinity and displayed before you in a demi-deathly demeanor. From the collegiate colleagues and co-workers, a concordance was conceived upon which a corrective course was concluded, and your company was convinced and consequently conveyed across a constricted craft over coarse crests to cloudy coastline, wherein your campaign commences. Seek the fruit of Anoresi, an olive tree that has survived for millennia and rests in the darkest depths of the Nessian wood. The oracular properties of this tree's bounty can awaken the mind of Parasophia and free them from the curse Erebos affixed. Beware, though, since legend tells of a nightmarish creature known as Arasta that makes her lair in blessed Anoresi. All we know is that at one time, Arasta was a beautiful dryad and beloved friend to Nylea, god of the hunt, and from envy and spite was cursed by Phenax, god of deception. So travel you guys did across the ocean and landed on a shore. From the shore, you crossed and passed through an area known as Hunter's Crossing, which is the ruined remains of a city long abandoned by Satessa. And on your journey into the Nessian Wood, you did have numerous occasion to avoid the hoplite patrols of Setessa and as well as our hunters and scouts that would prevent you from seeking the lair and the tree of Arasta in the woods there. You've been on this journey for only a couple of days, as the actual distance isn't particularly far. And as you approach more closely to the area, you note that the ground has become somewhat uneven in the woods here, and a massive ravine opens up in the midst of the woods. It is filled with trees still. You are still in the Nessian Wood. And as you look down into the ravine, you note that the presence of webbing having spread throughout the trees, and the ravine itself being thousands of feet wide and descending down at a deep descent here, also has webs choking through the trees and making going through here quite difficult. You are certain that this is where you need to go.
So with the prevalence of spider webs and everything here, I have the Mage Hand cantrip, and as part of my devotion to Crufix, I want to try and keep that Mage Hand up and clear away whatever bits of webbing I can. I don't want that on me. That's just not my thing. But I'd like to keep the Mage Hand kind of out and floating around.
We just use fire and burn them away.
Won't both of those things alert a giant spider if you set their web on fire and or pull the threads?
And
It's
it could
just a
catch
spider.
the whole
How bad
forest
could it
on
be?
fire.
I feel
only
as though a
spies.
good plan is needed first before we just jump in.
When's the last time
Hey,
you
the
saw
best
this
stories come
much?
from the lack of plans.
When's the last time you saw this much webbing?
I'm right, you know.
What kind of creature could make this? Ugh.
Some sort of gigantic cursed
Being
spider, I
spider.
suspect.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the cursed spider thing.
Yeah. And if it's a big cursed spider, it's going to have lots of little cursed spiders, just from what I'm thinking about spiders.
Why don't you guys go ahead and make me a perception check?
Starting it off
It's a
right.
22.
21 for me.
17.
Would this
Yeah.
forest be triggering my
16.
natural explorer ability?
Yes. So, as you peer into the ravine and the trees are going down, and you are having this discussion about what could make so much webbing, you notice that there is a great deal of movement throughout the webbing, right? As you know, probably hundreds of thousands of tiny spiders have made their home here.
Adriani, I hate it when you're right.
Yeah.
I don't.
Perhaps I should.
I didn't want to be right about this.
Are they moving
Provost,
towards
you,
us,
you and the
or are
fire.
they just moving?
They're not. No, they're just going about their daily spidery lives, doing what spiders do when they have an entire, essentially massive web-choked ravine to call home.
Can you be right about like cute fluffy bunnies next time instead of spiders?
I'll do my best. Is there a way to get down the ravine that is not choked in spider webs?
Nope.
Make me an investigation check.
We'll do that. Just a 10.
No.
Well, looks like, I mean, this is the way we must go.
Rather than using spells, may I suggest, and I pull out my flame tongue sword. My
That's a
flame
nice
tongue
sword.
I could just be at the front, macheteing it.
Sure. I like that idea.
I go to the front,
do
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
also try to be a good scout. Well, since I'm up front.
Excellent.
Is it
With,
dark down there, Chris? Like, are we able to see that deep?
You can see it is darker in here, mainly just because there's more trees. It's more dense, right? But it's no worse than being in like heavily populated forest in, like, say, the Northwest here. There's still plenty of light coming through. It's not like going through the deep dark canopy of a jungle per se.
Okay.
Most of the impediment is literally just webbing blocking your way. So even though you're planning on scouting ahead, Maury, I think it's probably fair to say that if you're the one using the fire to burn your path through for the rest of the group, that that I'm going to need a marching order of some kind, single file, please. So I'm assuming that your scout is in the front. Who would be following up?
I wouldn't mind.
I'll do it. I'm very eager to be here.
Everybody.
By all
Everybody.
means, please.
The gods
One
favor
person
the
then scare
bold.
me. 4 wide, and then
I have volunteered.
Rich.
I've volunteered to be last.
Okay.
I volunteer to be second last.
I would just like
I'm
to
gonna
be
go.
someplace where I can get to Maury at a brisk pace. So
All
I
right.
can
So
be second
what I'm
or third
hearing
or fourth, it
is
doesn't matter.
Maury is scouting in the front, and then after Maury, we have Kamenos, right?
Yes.
Yes, Kamenos.
Yep.
And then we have.
I'll let Penelope go in front of me since she is the wilds are her
Penelope?
kind of thing. Yeah. Who am
I
I
imagine-
to?
There's big
Yeah.
minotaur horns just poking up out over my head.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So and then Prophos and Nicomedes, you guys are there in the middle there.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yep, with Ariadne making up the rear.
And yep, Ariadne Rigard. Got it. Solid. I don't know if that will come into play or not, but it's good to have that information just in case. So you're burning your way through the webs. About how far ahead are you guys going to allow Maury to go in their scouting mission?
20 feet?
I'm going to stay close to Maury. So within 10 feet or so.
Okay. So about 10 feet away, just to be ahead. And it's really kind of like, walking through. I mean, everybody's done it, right? You've walked through some trees and then all of a sudden web in the forehead, right? And you're all like, oh God, right? That's constant through here. Even with the flaming web, you can't get everything. And you have webs clinging to your clothes, and in some case your horns and fur and stuff as you guys move your way through the area. It is, unless you are a spider, unsettling to say the least.
Got my mage hand floating around.
As you're looking, yeah, when you see any sizable space between trees, like 10, 20 feet, even in those areas, it's like a wall of webs straight through, right? And tiny spiders, or I should say spiders that range in size from a quarter to your fist, range throughout. And they
Thank you.
don't appear to take any notice of you. They don't appear to be hostile. They're just everywhere.
That's a plus.
It's
What
hard to
about-
say if some like land on your body and crawl off or not. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily notice because you're constantly being touched by webs.
I'll be using Firebolt to discourage the spiders, but I also try not to murder any of them. I also try not to kill any, knowing that the big boss spider's going to eventually be upset by this.
What about their food,
story.
like insects and small animals?
That's an excellent
Children.
question. When you start looking around for possible sources of food for these spiders, the one thing that you start to notice is a lack of bird sounds. And when you look up in the trees where the webs kind of canopy over, even though the sun will shine through that, you see like birds by the hundreds that are all caught in the webs of these spiders across the top of the canopy. Right?
Poor kids.
And wrapped up, and you can see sometimes a feather sticking out, right? Or a beak, little talon. Once in a while, one twitches.
Oh boy.
No. Nah.
Oh, that's
So-
good.
So they're not short on food then. They are.
It doesn't appear
they
as though
are
they're
well
having a
fed.
food shortage. No. They
The
appear
motivation for
to
them
be
to
quite
attack
content.
won't be because they're hungry.
Right.
Or just being jerks.
That's always a possibility.
That is what
Jerk
I suspect
spiders.
will be more common.
Jerk spiders.
Jerk spider.
Jerk
Jerk
spiders.
spiders.
So far, they're not being jerks though.
Arachnid
So.
jerks.
It's those shifty eyes, all 8 of them, right?
Prophos would like to cast freedom of movement upon himself
Ooh.
Okay.
because
How long does that
sick of
last?
this web
Can you
nonsense.
remind me?
An hour. Because
Alright,
we get
sure.
a little bit closer.
You are
Sounds
a
like a deal
big
to me.
man. What with those giant horns?
They are impressive horns. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, let's keep moving.
Now I am free to boogie whenever the mood strikes.
So, as you make your way with a handy use of fire, you eventually stride into I guess what could only be described as a clearing, although it's not particularly clear. However, it's a place where if there were no webs, the trees make an opening. And it is about 100 yards across, and still webs choke the entire area. In the middle of this area is the biggest olive tree you've ever seen in your life. And it looks like all of these twisted, tinier trees, for those of you who are unfamiliar with olive trees, have wound their way up and bound themselves together as they come together in this massively gnarled trunk, underneath of which there is a space you can see where the tree is hollow on the inside. And then the canopy, it goes up and then it spreads out into its canopy, which is covers the entire area, essentially, right? And the tree probably goes up, I don't know, a couple hundred feet. And then the canopy spreads out at least 3 times that for the tree itself. Now,
how wide is the base of the tree? How wide is the
base
of
of
the
the tree is about 100 feet wide.
Ooh.
At the very bottom,
This
and then it gets narrower to about to be about 50 feet, and then it goes back up again, and then you see the branches come off, and the fruit of this particular olive tree, you don't see anything hanging from the branches out close to where you are. That would be convenient. Instead, you suspect it is closer to the tree, where the food that the tree gathers in all of the tree bits and light and water and things can most readily create said olives of vast oracular powers.
How big is I'm assuming the clearing is because the canopy of this olive tree blocks out anything from growing underneath. If the trunk is 100 feet, then how big is this clearing beyond that?
Oh, the clearing itself is about 100 yards.
100 yards.
Right.
Okay.
With this squarely in the middle of the area, between you and the tree. So the webs come off from the branches out to the rest of the trees around this whole area, and between you and the tree, there is a thick blanket, and by blanket I mean 3-4 feet thick of webs across the bottom of the entire area.
Holy cow.
Mm-mm.
Fantastic.
Nah.
I'm sorry, holy Minotaur.
Gotta represent.
Well, I'd like to do my scouterly duties and do a really good perception check before I encourage anyone to step into this clearing.
Sure, go for it.
That would be a 27.
Nice.
Okay, so you peer with your eyes, your blessed eyes, out into the clearing to see that the one thing that you notice that is different than everything else that you have perhaps noticed up to this point is that the webs don't move here like they do everywhere else.
So there's not little babies on them?
Exactly. You're not seeing a lot of little spiders in this area.
It's either good news or bad news. I'm leaning towards
it's bad
news.
news.
Usually bad.
It's bad news.
Usually bad.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
There's some territorial spider who is keeping all the
Does
other
this make you
spiders
happy,
out.
Alan?
No. Before Kaimanos gets us killed, what's our plan? We should do some sort of
if I
plan.
get some of us
Take
killed and
all
the rest
the
of us
fighting.
live, it's a victory.
You tell me, I only work here.
So, Maury, do you feel it would be valuable to send a little arcane eye check out the remainder of the area? You can only see what you can see, but I can direct the eye all the way around the trunk.
That sounds like a good plan. It would, like, none of us would die from that. Knocking on wood.
That's
To knock on one of the trees.
I think this is a brilliant tactical maneuver.
Is it?
So, yeah, before we go into the clearing then, after, forgive the term, digesting the information that Maury has shared, I would like to cast Arcane Eye and send that around the clearing, around the tree, just do a general recon, a sweep of the area.
Sure. So as you are, your arcane eye, it's this invisible sensor moves about the area. You see a lot of the same so far to begin with, as you're like moving it. Now, are you just circling the clearing with it?
Yeah, circling the clearing and then sort of winding around the trunk and moving up a bit, just to see if I can spot anything else. It's got dark vision to 30 feet, but it doesn't have like see invis or anything, so.
That's fine. As you're moving through with the arcane eye and you're looking with it, and you can see, of course, on the other side of the tree and so forth. Can you make me a perception check with that?
I can roll it. Well,
I can try one.
I got a 16.
16? That's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Towards the top of the tree, before it gets into the branches of the canopy where the stuff is, you can definitely see the webbing here gets much, much thicker. It's almost like hair, right? Branching out from the tree.
Yay!
And but you don't see any movement. You do see a number of rather large, beautiful-looking olives.
Okay.
How big are they? Like the size of our faces?
Are these like
no,
watermelons?
not that large. I mean, it's still an olive, right? Say, they're about a quarter the size of a good sized lemon, right?
Like a jumbo egg.
It'll one of them will totally fit in the palm of your hand, but it'll fill the palm.
Okay.
Unless you're a minotaur. In which case you could probably
This is little olive.
Excellent. Okay, so
All right,
with that, I'd like to relay all of that back to the party, and kind of just there's excitement as I let them know, like, hey, the webbing gets a lot thicker. We're gonna remember this.
Cool.
Time for more fire.
Cool.
Your level of excitement, Kamenos, is unrivaled in this situation.
Yeah. Well, when you don't fear death.
It's
life is
true
fine.
because none of you appear to be
Don't
nearly as
worry.
excited as he does.
Don't worry. I will be sure to live to tell your story.
Crufix has seen fit to find me here, and I'll find my way home.
Will the tree support minotaurs?
No.
No.
Is there webbing on the sides of the tree itself, or is it just up in the canopy?
Yes, there is webbing on the tree itself.
Could I cast Pass Without Trace so that as we're climbing this tree, we're a little better at it, at not being detected as we're doing so? Because if we slip or like make that tree reverberate somehow, especially if it's hollow, it might alert whatever's clearly spinning its
Certainly,
I have a
webs.
question.
the magic of Pass Without Trace will provide greater stealth capabilities as you are moving through the area. Of course, you'd have to get to the tree to climb it. From here, if you were able to get up into the canopy, you don't even think it would support the weight of Mori.
Oh, really?
I have a question.
Oh, no.
Kamenos, when your arcane eye did the surveillance, did you look inside the tree?
No,
he did
In the
not.
center.
Well, I mean, it looks to be pretty hollow, and if we look at the outside of the tree, we should look at the inside of the tree.
I mean, we could, or I can just make us all fly. We can grab the olive and go home.
And just
That's
get,
that's not
get
a
out.
Seems
story.
reasonable. But do you still have the arcane eye?
It is.
Since it's concentration?
I can recast
I
it.
just-
It's a gift from my
Well-
god. I can cast it again.
Okay. Well, then why don't you search out the tree some, like Ariadne suggested, before we plunge
You really
into
want me to
certain
over-prepare for this,
danger?
don't you?
This
Yes.
is the way that you find certain victory.
While looking Nicomedes directly in the face, I cast Arcane Eye again.
Like
and
hate
send
casting.
the eye Over preparing, I see how it is. I send the arcane eye out and see if I can direct it into a place where I can like wiggle it into the tree. It only needs a 1-inch space to squeeze through, if indeed there is a space. Yeah, so I want to give that a shot.
True story. So, as the eye passes through a very narrow space into the tree to see what is on the inside, it winks out.
Gasp!
So what do you see?
So excited.
Hey, there's nothing in the tree. Like, for real.
You literally cannot see anything.
So
Yeah, there's
the
nothing
gift
there.
of
It's
your
great.
god.
It's fine.
Huh.
I mean, it must be
All
safe
right.
then. Let's go.
Totally fine. I think Nike Meaty should go first.
You never send the general in front. It's not a good idea.
Well, General's not here, so it's fine.
Oh.
We'll see
kid,
how
I
that
kid.
works.
Uh,
Don't worry. My teleport to get away totally carries 5 people.
So here's the alternative. If we're hemming and hawing and we don't want to disturb the webs and all that, I totally get it. It's fine. We can adventure.
We're gonna
and
have to
heroic
some
tales another
point,
day.
though.
I can fly 6.
Mm.
I say we fly.
Fly
Get the
seems
olive to
reasonable.
school.
Could fly, and I could still cut away at the webs as we go.
Sure.
I've never
I can help you
flown.
with some flame bolts.
Well, I'm
flying
all for
minotaur.
flying 6. Yeah,
Sure.
that's why.
There's a first time for everything, Ariadne.
Yeah, I'm totally down to fly.
All right. So
Let's do that.
we can see the olive clusters, right?
You can see what?
We can
Olives?
see the olive clusters, right? Yeah.
They're not clusters so much as they're singular olives, but yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
You have seen about where they are using the arcane eye. You can't see them from here, right?
Okay.
They're on the
But
other
you
side.
can. You know about where they are, so you could definitely. Right now, what level do you have to cast fly at to make this work?
8th.
8. Okay, so this is your 8th level spell. Cool. So
Yes.
you're casting fly on the party.
The DM says cool.
We're not going to regret that at all.
What?
Nope.
I just cool is short
I told you,
version
we'd
for
remember this. It'll be
completely
great.
understood. As in, I got it.
So- Yeah. So
Not as in
Let's
you
do that.
used a highly powerful resource to do something very, very,
reckless.
You said it, not me.
As I send 2 minutes
All right.
careening through the air.
So luckily,
All right, so-
Being
yeah.
able to fly out of here is pretty valuable when this goes poorly.
We'll see. We've
So.
got 60 feet fly speed. Each and every one of us. I've got concentration on it. You've got up to 10 minutes. So don't hit me real hard and I'll keep it going.
Make it count.
Are we gonna... Oh, I was picturing that we would sprout wings, which would be pretty cool, but not necessarily. We can...
please
Well, I
describe
can't
your fly
certainly
spell.
polymorph anyone.
We fly in a V formation.
All right. So
Yes.
in this, describe the manner in which you approach from the air. And by
I'm in
the
the
air,
front
I mean
again
the
with
air
my-
between this layer of webs and that layer of webs.
I'm at the front again with a flame tongue. My flame tongue, sword.
Sure. To get any
short
strays. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we do kind of assume some sort of honestly,
Yeah.
some sort of flying V formation.
That's the way to
Well,
do
if you're
it.
gonna-
I still want to stay close to Maury.
That's
How are
legit.
y'all cutting webs?
I was like pulling them apart. I got strength.
Do we
It's a narrow
You guys
V.
fly up to where you can reach olives, or close, anyways. And
Kamenos,
at
do you
this
want
point,
to be the one to grab the olive?
I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to. I'm not good at those.
You have to. It's the rules.
Continuing my trend, I got a 1.
Oh no!
Nice.
I had a
That's okay.
14.
I'm not worried about it.
That's really
I'm
good.
not worried about
Whoa.
it at all.
So
I also have a 14.
Travis got a 1. Ma'at, what'd you get?
21. I
Okay,
don't know.
and
I'm just
Latia
being
14.
a rogue scout is pretty awesome.
and Greg.
I got a 4, so I'm going to choose to make it.
Greg has legendary resistance.
Or I have a
Does
ring.
not have legendary resistance.
Oh,
It's got a
gosh.
ring.
The what ring?
The ring of evasion that you gave me when you built this character.
Okay, you'll have to.
Is this a spell?
There's 6
Yeah,
characters,
when you-
so you have to just remind me of this stuff and the things. So with the ring
Yeah.
of evasion, you can choose to make the saving throw.
Yeah, when you fail a dexterity save while having it, you can choose to succeed if you expend a charge.
Got it. All right.
Chris, is this a
and
spell
Amy
I got a 14.
and Alan,
19.
what'd you get? Sweet.
19.
So, that means that Mori, and Nicomedes have succeeded on the saving throw.
What?
It's a good thing you're in front, Maury.
as what appears to
Planning.
be webbing wraps around the rest of the group.
Oh.
Okay. And hanging in the canopy from the tree. Now that you're much closer to the center of the tree, where the actual trunk is this massive creature
No.
that can only be described as the most grotesque looking spider you've ever seen in your life, with
Found it.
the pseudo face of a dryad and a mouth that has been distended with long jagged spines for teeth. The substance that you thought was webbing is actually the creature's hair wrapping around your bodies.
Oh my
To
gosh.
get a haircut. So, Chris, real quick, is my freedom of movement still up? Has it been an hour?
How long does that last?
An
I'm
hour.
gonna go with when did you cast that?
Like right before we entered the clearing. It was just a little bit before we entered.
Oh yeah, it's still up. We'll get back to you in a second.
Sweet.
So even though you failed the saving throw, it's gonna become easier for you when we get to your initiative. So no worries.
Initiative.
for
another
reminding
thing
me about
I'm
that, by the
super
way.
Good at.
So as for everybody who's caught in this at the moment, with the exception of Travis, who is caught but not, you are restrained.
Cool.
Well, snap.
And
Chris, you said I
at
failed
this
the
point,
save even with the 19.
correct? Yes. The
Okay.
save DC for this was 21.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So
Great.
That kind of day.
Maury just made it, and
Yeah.
the only reason that Nicomedes made it is because of magic.
No, because I planned ahead.
That Prothos is
Planned
not completely
ahead.
trapped is also because of magic. And now is a great time for everybody to roll this little thing I like to refer to as initiative.
Oh boy.
Come on. I'm super good at this. Awesome. I'm so glad this is happening to me. My third consecutive one. It's just the way it
What
is.
did Penelope get?
Penelope got a 17.
Ooh, that's much better than Prophos.
A little bit.
And how about Kamenos?
23.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
really good.
This is.
And Maury?
Well, with my +5 initiative and at advantage, I got a 13.
Happens to the best of us. Nicomedes?
I planned for this situation. I'm going to go on 27.
Jesus.
Ariadne?
12.
All right. Okay, so it will come as no surprise. Nicomedes, you get to go first. What would you like to do?
I would like to attempt to cast a spell. Assuming that happens. All right. Everyone call out where you wish you were right now. I cast Scatter. I teleport everyone to where they want to be within 120 feet. Especially you melee folks. I would love to put you immediately next to the monster. Those of you who aren't melee, you get a choice. So the real question, the one I really want to know, is what does the warlock want? Do you want to be right next to it?
Next to
that
it.
sounds okay. You're there.
Yeah,
awesome.
I do.
I teleport you there. Amy, where do you want to go?
All right. Yeah. I'll be near it.
How far above the...
All right. Latia's right next to it. Amy, where do you want to go?
Can I be in the canopy above it?
Sure. What the heck?
Okay.
Mott?
Above Arasta? So now the canopy is like 200 feet up.
From Arasta?
Is that within range of the spell?
120.
No. I mean,
so I can't get her all the way up.
Oh, okay.
Now I don't know how high you guys were flying. So what was the range on that again, Greg?
I can only push them 120 feet.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll
I
give you
can
guys
put
the
you
benefit of the
above
doubt
it.
and say that you were flying somewhere in the middle, and so you could totally do that. That's fine.
Okay. Mott, do you have a preference?
Yeah, just 30 feet away from Astra.
All right, 30 feet away. And our Forge Cleric.
A Prothos would like to be next to this.
Done. You are next to it. As I am not a target of my own spell, I will just back up a flight speed worth of flying.
Boop, boop, boop.
All right. Enjoy.
So you cast Scatter, and everybody gets teleported to a place.
A place I can see
and we're
within
still flying.
120 feet. Yeah. So all around Arasta or above as people wanted.
So let me just clarify where each person is, just so I have it locked in my own head, okay? And I'll just go down the pillars here, starting with Kamenos. Where are you, Kamenos? Are you next to Arasta?
Yeah.
Cool. And
I like that.
I remember Penelope is in a canopy above Arasta.
Yes, please.
Okay. And Ariadne, you are next to Arasta?
Yes, I am within melee of Arasta.
So, okay. And then we have Maury is 30 feet away from Arasta.
Mm-hmm.
And Prophos is next to Arasta. Those of you who are next to Arasta, are you on the ground next to Arasta? Are you in are you in a branch next to Arasta? Or are you flying next to Arasta? What
flying?
Can you describe?
I'm
flying.
So flying, because Kamenos' spell is still up. So I am flying next to Arasta.
And I would try not to deposit
Arasta
them in
on
any.
the ground?
No.
Yeah, I try not to deposit them in any big clusters of hair web, if possible. Like, wherever possible. Well, if there is an open space that is not completely occupied by hair web, then yeah. If there isn't, they get what they get.
Hair web.
Hair web.
The only way to be above Arasta is to be in the canopy. So Penelope, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as you appear in the canopy.
You got it. That is a 19.
Okay, you are restrained there.
Oh.
Instead of being restrained where you were a moment ago. This is by
6 to
regular
1,
webs,
half
though,
dozen
not
the
by
other.
hair webs.
Okay.
So, or at least you
probably
hope that they're
better.
regular webs. All right, cool. That brings me to Kimonos. It's your thing.
Okay,
Do what you want to do.
I'm going to lash out with my packed weapon, this Rapier of Lifestealer. And I'm looking at an AC of 25 the first, and then an AC of 15 for the second strike.
Okay, one of those will hit.
Okay.
It's the 15, isn't it?
It's the 15.
Totally.
It's a meter. It goes too far that way, it just resets.
That'll be 10 points of magical piercing damage.
Cool. You, in
I'm so
fact, do
impressed.
10 points of magical piercing damage. Aren't you happy he's there?
Hey, I put him exactly where he wanted to be. You tell your own story,
It's
man.
true.
You go.
So, Kimonos, I believe you get more. Oh, no, you did take 2 attacks. Never mind.
Yes.
Cool. So you stab, and there's like a little bit of ichor that comes out of the wound that was made, but otherwise, she is there. At this point, Arasta will act.
Chris, how close were we when we started? Like when we first got jumped, how close were we? Just so I can keep track of my distance.
How close were you to where? To the tree?
To Arasta when we started, when she jumped out at us.
Oh, you were all within 30 feet of her.
Within like 30 feet. Okay. That's what I needed to know. Thank you.
Yeah. You were all within 30 feet of her. And you're still about 100 feet from the tree at this point. So nobody is restrained by Arasta's thing anymore. That's cool. Let me go ahead and So I need those of you who are in melee with Arasta, and actually, see, you're in the canopy above her. You're within 30 feet of her. You 3 are in melee.
I'm back 90.
I know where you are. So everybody except for Nicomedes, make me another dexterity saving throw.
No.
I'm gonna be
Is
so
this
awesome.
an attack? And if so, is Arasta undead?
No.
Is it a spell or magical effect?
No.
I like how you say no while shaking your head yes.
So clear.
I practiced that a long time to make that happen. All right, so what did everybody get? We'll start with I don't know why I'm asking the whole group at once. So, Amy, what'd you get?
I got a 22.
22. Okay, so you're not double super secret restrained. You're just restrained.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I forgot you're already restrained, so no worries for you. At least none that didn't already exist. Alan, what'd you get?
24.
Okay, and Latia?
A 7.
Okay.
I'm
Moss?
so disappointed. Oh, me too? Oh,
Yeah.
was that a dexterity? I thought I was someone that didn't need to.
No.
Okay. I rolled a natural 20, which comes out to a 30.
Oh, you're fine. And Travis, I can't restrain you because you have freedom of movement going. Correct?
Great, because I rolled a 2.
Yeah. So no worries there. So her
I am the best.
her web of hair lashes out once more and restrains restrains Ariadne only, evidently, because Penelope was already restrained.
There's a cat in this forest.
Everybody else made the saving throw or are under a magical effect that prevents this from happening.
Yeah, I would just like to make everyone aware. I need to roll a 19 or higher to make this save. I'm restrained forever.
It makes you feel better.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it even with a 19 or a 20.
So at this point, some of you notice as swarms of fist-sized spiders start issuing out from the middle of the tree and up into the canopy. Kind of just heading in your general direction. A good clump of them are heading towards Penelope, who's conveniently located up there. And they're going to take their turn to move. But it's like arachnophobia, like on mega steroids. There are tens of thousands of these spiders.
I'm sure it won't be a problem.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We got
Penelope
this.
uses her action to scream. Yeah.
So, as they issue out from the tree, you see Arasta kind of like cocks her head to one side to look in that general direction for just a moment. And you notice as one of them, there's like a little popping sound. And one of these fist-sized spiders grows rapidly to the size of a horse.
Oh, that's cool.
Hate
Why
those
not?
horse spiders.
And Penelope, it is in fact your turn.
No, thank you. Okay. Penelope, while screaming, would like to, she doesn't really have a good plan. I'd like to cast Misty Step. And,
Seems good.
GTFO. I guess I still have a fly speed, right? So I can teleport to, I can Misty Step to somewhere hovering. Okay, so I'd like to teleport.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can totally
30 feet.
Yeah, teleport to
away
midair.
From the spiders. And then can I make my save against, or no, because if I'm out of the canopy, I'm no longer restrained?
Correct, yes. If you Misty Step into midair, you're no longer restrained. That fully mitigates that. That's fine.
Perfect. And then, so that was my bonus action.
I'll remind you that, yeah, Misty Step is a bonus action, so.
So then I'd like to draw my longbow, and I will take a shot at Arasta.
Okay.
That's a 27 to hit.
That will hit.
Perfect. And then that'll be a whopping 11 points of piercing damage.
Awesome. I believe you get 2 shots.
Oh, yes, I do. Aha. That is going to be a 26 for another 7 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you put 2 arrows on Arasta's hide. She appears aware, unconcerned at the same time, but it does do damage, and you see like ichor and blood and spit like coming out of where you shot her, just a little bit. Anyway.
Gross. It's a good sign.
And that will bring me
Spitting.
to Mori.
Okay. So I'm 30 feet away from Astra. And I would like to spend my action to grab at the air and rip a hole in space and wrap myself in a cloak of stars, which will give
like you do.
which will give her disadvantage on attacks against me.
Nice.
For a full minute, or until I die.
That's an important distinction.
Yeah. And I would like to do my bonus action to hide a little bit behind the tree or a branch or something. Because I can still fly.
You can fly. You can fly towards the tree, which is still about 100 feet away.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. That would be very far away. No, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was picturing something else in my head.
Or you can fly into the canopy, but the canopy is very heavily laden with webbing.
Mm-hmm. So, and it would take an action for me to burn those away.
Yes.
Okay. So there's nothing here for me to hide behind.
Not really. No.
Okay. I'll just have to trust my trusty cloak of stars is going to do the trick. Which like also means I can't dash or disengage. So
yeah,
that's all right.
The legion of spiders that live here have done a very good job of preparing their hunting ground.
All right.
Jerks.
So that's everything that I can do this turn.
Jerk spiders.
Yes. Latia, it is Ariadne's turn.
It is. So I am in melee range, but I am restrained. I am restrained by hair.
True. Like a hair web.
Can I attack the hair?
That is an excellent question.
Because if I can't, then I'll just attack her at disadvantage.
You can certainly attempt to attack the hair. Yes.
I will attempt to attack the hair.
So, just so you know, the other choice, of course, is trying to break out using strength.
I know, but that would be my action.
Yeah, okay. So you attack the hair.
I rolled a 17 to attack the hair.
You have hit said hair. What are you hitting said hair with?
So while I'm restrained, I'm pulling out like wriggling my short sword out from my my restraints, and I'm like,
Okay.
So I'm like hacking at the hair.
What kind of damage does your short sword do?
Slashing, magical slashing.
Okay, so when you go to cut into the webbing or the hair web with your short sword, it just gets tangled up and does no damage.
No! Great.
This is crazy.
It's awesome. I love it. So my sword is stuck.
It's a
just like you, yes.
All right. Well, I feel like if I tried to gore the webbing, I would have the same effect. So, do I have any action economy to try and pull my sword out?
Well, I mean, your sword, you certainly not really, because it would all occur as part of your like using a strength action to break out of the thing.
Got it.
Right?
Got it. So
and you've already used your action to attack.
Exactly. So with that being said, I will roar very loudly, and that will be my turn because I can do nothing.
Cool.
Else.
Someone made the Minotaur
Prophos.
mad.
Prophos. So Prophos is all up in this creature's grill. All up in it. Prophos is going to utter a brief, short, and to-the-point prayer to Clothis, and is going to take his mace and apply it to the beast's head. Let's see how this works. Yep, just right, like this general area. And as it's falling, it erupts in flame. And I roll a 2. So I'm going to presume that misses. So a 12.
Yes, it
AC
does.
of 12. Oh, this is great.
I'm
Awesome.
going to die.
However, I will cast a spell as a bonus action. I will cast Spiritual Weapon as a spectral duplicate of my ineffective mace. Appears floating above the creature. And I'm going to do this as a 4th level spell. And will swing at the beast. That's a 20. This will be slightly higher. A 24 AC?
A 24 AC will totally hit.
Awesome. I'm super glad that it does. So this one will deal 16 force damage. Blam! Slaying the creature instantly.
So you cunningly distract Arasta by swinging your mace with your hand, and then cast Spiritual Weapon, and watch as it collides with her cranium.
Mission accomplished.
Look over here.
We are done here. Also, I am done with my turn.
In more ways than one. I mean, nothing. Oh, I forgot to do the thing.
I also feel regret as a free action as I realize that I forgot to cast First One.
At the
I just assumed you didn't have it.
You sure did. At the end of
we get poison damage, then that's
the end of your turn.
I'm still gonna blame you.
I will. So as far as I know, the only one caught in the webs is. Yeah. So at the end of Pophos' turn, Ariadne, you are going to take.
It counts.
Uh, 18 points of poison damage from the
I
hair.
am not going to take 18 points of poison damage because I am immune to poison.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, you would have, and now she knows that too. She knows that.
No, so it's like I feel it and I'm like, it totally hurts.
Minotaurs are known to be high quality actors. It's like a racial skill.
It really
We
is.
have a long, storied history of our proficiency with acting.
Acting.
Clearly.
Nicomedes, what do you want to do? While we discuss
what's that really
Minotaur
big spider
Theater.
up to? What's that other big spider up to?
Oh, they're,
It's just
keeping it
hanging
real,
out,
heading this direction.
mixing drinks. Is it still chasing Amy's character?
Well, they weren't really technically chasing Amy's character specifically. They're just all heading in your guys' general direction. One of them happened to grow to be really big.
All right, I'm going to work on the assumption that since I'm furthest away, they'll probably stop at the horrible rest of the party and kill them. So I am going to throw a storm sphere out there. How big is Arasta? She's pretty big, right?
Yeah, one might even say she's huge.
Okay, great. So I would like to clip a corner of her without hitting the rest of the party. Hopefully. And so
With a
she
storm
will
sphere?
get with a storm sphere. So she will get a strength save. Yep, strength save.
Okay, and what is the DC of said strength save?
It is DC 18.
She will succeed at that saving throw.
Okay. Then for the moment, she takes no damage. Oh, actually, I'm going to use my bonus action too then. I'm going to hit her with a lightning bolt off of the storm sphere.
Is that an attack or is that a saving throw?
That is an attack.
Go for it.
So that's a 28 with a lightning bolt. For which there appears to be...
28 will hit.
Okay, good. You had me nervous for half a sec there. That's going to do... Ooh, that does average-ish damage. All right. That's not horrific. I'm going to do 12... I don't think there's any other bonuses to that. So I'm going to do 12 electrical, and then I'm going to kick in 8 force.
So 20 damage.
Yep.
Nice. So you hit Arasta with the bolt, and she looks decidedly displeased with you. Up to this point, she's been relatively nonplussed, but now she's kind of angry a little bit. Himinos.
Yeah, I'll just repeat the melee swings.
Go for it.
I've got an AC of 24 and an AC of 14.
One of those will hit.
For a majestic 6 points of magical piercing damage.
Cool.
Little bits.
All right. So you stab Arasta again. At this point, kind of like she's like trying to flick off an annoying gnat. One of her claws lashes out in your general direction.
And I assume she is not undead, correct?
Correct. Okay, she will hit armor class 20, which hits you.
Sure does, yep.
And her claw does 17 points of slashing damage.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
And that will bring me to... That was your turn. Oh, did you want to do anything else besides the attack?
Make my... no. For my turn, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I've got my saving throw for taking damage. I've got an 18 on the roll, so.
For taking damage? What does that do?
So that I don't lose concentration on fly.
Oh, got it. Concentration's...
Yeah.
I'm with you. Oh, yeah, that
So
might
we
be
don't end
bad.
up with 2 rounds of ground beef.
Huh. That's an interesting idea.
Oh, no.
No, it's not.
Arasta, it's her
not
turn,
interesting. It's not an
and she turns her attention directly to you.
Oh, hi.
And she will launch a flurry of attacks.
Of course she does.
Uh-huh.
Great. Awesome.
So she'll hit armor class 20 and then with her claw for another 17 points. Go ahead and make your
Okay.
concentration.
18.
And then she hits armor class 30. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Is this against disease by any chance?
It's against poison,
Oh, that doesn't help
if
me.
that matters.
Sitting on a 12.
Okay, well, cool.
Too bad.
So
we don't
that
have
attack then,
Yes, here, please.
her bite attack will do 20 points of piercing and 32 points of poison damage.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so great.
Make a concentration check.
Yeah, I didn't roll a 20, so no.
Nobody's flying anymore.
Grumpy.
All right.
Now I'm just
So,
suspended from hair.
for those of you who are no longer flying, is there? Let me see here. Actually, I will check that out myself, really quick.
Do we get caught by webs?
That would be nice-ish.
Nice-ish.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Chris, how high up is she? Such that, so I know how far we're falling. Trying to decide if I should do a thing.
Everybody is falling at least 100 feet.
100 feet? Okay, I'm going to feather fall myself.
I was at 170.
I would feather fall you all, but you're too far away.
Yeah.
Squish.
Okay. So, 100 feet. That seems like what, 20d6 or what is it? Or is it d10s?
10d6.
It's 10d6.
Yeah, it's a d6 every 10 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
10d6. Oh, it's for every 10 feet. Got
Yeah,
it.
terrible
I'm with
player.
you. Okay, so for those of you who are not restrained by hair web, you will take 35 points of falling damage.
I was a little higher up. I was 170 feet up. Do you want to give me a couple more?
Points for honesty.
Since you're going to be super honest like that, yes.
I've been doing math.
He said 75
Math and D&D?
bludgeoning damage?
No, he said 32
35.
or something.
32.
35. 35.
35.
Yeah.
I like 32 better.
Yeah. So Amy,
You've been
you'll take
DMing
another
too
15.
much lately, Travis.
And so now, Ariadne, you're still stuck in the hair web, so you're not falling. You're not flying anymore, but you
Right.
are, in fact, not going to fall and take any of that damage. At the
I've
moment.
become
So-
a yo-yo.
True story.
Just like, boy.
And I will
those of
still
you
be
who
40
just-
feet in the air because of the feather fall.
What?
I'll still
You
be
what?
40 feet in the air because of my feather fall.
Okay, so you're 40 feet
So,
in the
because
air.
you only move 60
because
in a
you fall
round,
at-
so yeah,
Got it. I'm
fall
with you.
slow.
For the rest of you, however, who fell, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, awesome.
There's a whole blanket of webs underneath you.
Who all fell, just so I know?
I got a
Everybody but
23.
me and Nicomedes.
Oh, yeah. I fell as well.
What'd you guys get?
23.
24.
Anybody get? Okay,
I got
if you got 21 or
17.
better, you're fine. If otherwise, you're restrained. Unless you have like freedom of movement going.
Was that her real turn?
Her real turn.
By the
Yeah,
way,
wasn't that
was her
enough?
turn.
Real turn.
Awesome, make a strength save. Make a strength save
All right,
for
so
that
she's-
storm sphere.
Oh, for the storm sphere? Got it.
Yep.
I'm with you. What was the DC again?
18.
She makes a saving throw.
All right, you take no damage.
And that will bring me to Ariadne. Can you make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
It's the fighter to make an intelligence saving throw.
Penelope starts
like
saying a
plan.
prayer under her breath.
That's a 6.
Okay, so here's the deal. You can feel like an invasive pressure in your head as Arasta reaches into your head psychically through the webs and basically learns everything about you.
Great. Cool. Like my
And
therapist.
we're moving right along now.
Oh,
That
no.
was
It's a good setup to be followed by a dominate.
A really bad
brings it to
therapist.
Penelope.
Right?
Penelope, what do you want to do?
Unethical.
Okay, I'm going to Misty Step again. And
Where
get
to?
out. Oh god. I don't want to be underneath her anymore. I want to move. How far is she from the tree?
She's about 100 feet from the tree.
Okay, so I want to move 30 feet closer to the tree, out from Arasta, so that I've got like a nice couple of shots to make. And
Okay,
then
so you teleport 30 feet from where you were stuck in the webs to a place where there are more webs. Immediately make me a dexterity saving throw.
one of these days I'm going to pass it. Aha! That's
Okay.
a 25.
You are not restrained by webs.
Perfect.
You managed to
Okay.
find a weak spot. And so do your thing. I mean, if you're going to attack, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
So I'm gonna shoot her twice with my longbow again.
Go for it.
One's a 23, and the other one's a 22.
Those are both going to hit. Good job.
Perfect. That's 3 plus 4. 17 piercing damage.
Okay.
And as a free action,
You
I
shot
can mad.
Arasta. Cool. Let's see here. Oh, hey, you still have a move. Since you're not restrained, did you want to try and move through the webs?
No, because I'm liking my nice little unrestrained spot right here.
Okay. And
Fine.
that brings me to Maury.
Okay. We are on the ground in the clearing. There's no trees, no nothing around to climb on for 100 feet. The only thing I can think of doing is shooting my short bow at disadvantage then at Arasta.
Okay.
You got this.
So that's a 10. That comes to a 22. It's disadvantage. A 19.
19
hit.
hits.
Oh, good. Okay. I cannot do my sneak attack because I'm at disadvantage. So 12 damage, please. It is
All right.
magical, but
Yep.
that's it. There's no fire on that one. Mer, mer, mer. I did something though.
All right. So you shoot Arasta. Arasta's starting to look like a pincushion now. All these little arrows and barbs and stuff sticking out of her. And that will bring me to Ariadne.
Cool. I'm gonna use my action to pull my sword free. Try to pull my sword free. Not myself, just my sword.
Oh, but you don't want to get free yourself?
If I get free, I'm gonna fall.
There's
right.
that intelligence. Yeah.
There it is.
True story.
She has played this game
Right.
before.
Yeah. All right. So make me a strength athletics check, please.
I'm gonna use Indomitable. I've got 2 of those. That's better. That's a 28.
All right, so with your indomitable self, you yank your sword free from the webbing.
All right. And I am still within melee range of her, correct?
You sure are. Yeah.
Cool.
That was your action.
I'm going to action surge.
Action surge? Go for it.
Nice.
I'm going to hit her 3 times. So still at disadvantage.
I like that positive
but-
thinking.
Yeah, I'm going to try. The first one is a 22.
Hit.
The second one is a natural 1. And the third is a 20.
Okay, 2 hits. Good job.
Oh, look at that nearly max damage. That is a total of 15 plus 18, 33 magical slashing damage.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
She made me angry. It's my favorite sword.
Yeah, she didn't like that at all. You slashed into her. This is the, and she is all kinds of messed up right now because
okay.
of that. And you can see her kind of working it through in her head what she wants to do next. And one arm just kind of reflexively bats out in your general direction to attack. Okay. That is a crit.
Just kind of casually bats out. Crit.
It's fine. It's fine.
And let's see here. Okay. So I'll roll that.
Brazilian damage.
It's a lot of dice.
It's a lot of dice.
It did sound like a lot of dice.
There's a lot of math going on right there.
Yeah, I don't
30
like
points of 30 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
It's all right. We got a cleric.
Crit is 66.
And everybody's like hundreds of feet apart.
Okay.
All my touch spells are super useful right now.
I know. I had the best idea too. And I forgot to get through the piece yesterday.
Okay,
to be fair,
so that
if you
was
cast
that.
it yesterday, it would help us today.
No, we could have cast it like last night before we went to bed. Before bedtime. Prophos. How many people are near Prophos? I know Maury is down here with me.
I have fallen as well.
Yeah.
Kamenos is here.
So that would be
Kamenos doesn't look nice. He doesn't look good.
No.
Kamenos.
I'm looking like I'm about to meet both my patron and my god.
So,
Oh man.
I admire your
terrible idea.
efficiency.
So first, Prophos is going to cast. Is it feasible to assume that Kamenos, Maury, and let's see, Penelope went back upstairs. So is it safe to assume that Kamenos?
No, Penelope didn't go upstairs.
Maury...
She teleported 30 feet away.
I just booked it that way.
Gotcha.
Towards the tree.
Gotcha. So of Kamenos, Penelope, and Maury, how many of them can I get within 30 feet of me?
I'm going to say you can get all of them.
I would not be upset if you said all of them.
Yeah, because the other two are within 5-10 feet, and Penelope's within 30 feet. So yeah,
Groovy.
go for
All
it.
right, so I will cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Shit. That rolled good too. So
There were no D20s involved.
everybody, so myself, Maury, Kamenos, and Penelope get back 28 hit points.
Ow.
nice.
Thank you.
And then as a bonus action, Prophos grasps this necklace that he has around his neck and utters a prayer to Clothis, and invokes a prayer bead to cast planar ally.
Whoa.
When you cast Planar Ally, what happens?
That is largely up to you, but it summons a Clothis sends a celestial elemental or fiend loyal to it to aid me, who appears in an unoccupied space within 60 feet. I don't know any specific creatures of that nature. It does not compel.
Let's do this.
Sure.
Let's do this, Travis. What's your piety score?
75. I have 75 pieties.
Whoa.
You're so much more
Make a
pious than I am.
percentile. Make a percentile check.
I am pious as hell.
I thought I was
pious
pretty
and
pious. You are.
I'm the best at being humble. I got a 12.
Okay, so what is there an upper limit to the hit dice that you can have for that?
It does not specify any kind of information in that regard. It basically just says celestial elemental or fiend loyal to the entity to which I plea.
I'm going to assume that you're pleading to your deity. Who is your deity?
Clothis, the god of destiny.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have access to the handy dandy D&D Beyond, Travis?
I do. It is right here on my screen.
Cool. What I want you to do is go into the monsters section, and I want you to look up Fire Mane Angel. That is what that is what appears. I will say that this Fire Mane Angel needs a initiative of its own. Could you roll initiative for it, please?
I can. Did better than me. It goes on a 4.
Okay. So
that's
all right.
Great.
So it has summoning sickness. Won't go till next round.
Hardy har.
I see what you did there.
I mean, it's true, but whatever. Okay, cool. Let's come back to the top of the round and bring this back to Nicomedes. What do you want to do?
All right. So you see me sort of think, look, boy, I'm falling a lot. I don't like this. I'm going to use my action to firebolt the square I'm going to land in, so I burn off all those webs because I don't want to be sticky, and I've planned for this. And then you can have a bonus action to eat a lightning bolt.
I'm sensing a theme in Nicomedes' preparedness.
Victory comes for those who are prepared for it. That's a 31 to hit you with a lightning bolt.
Yeah, you just got her.
Awesome. Why don't you take 20 lightning?
20 lightning? Okay.
And then I will land gently on my feet in the nicely burned out little circle.
Because you cast firebolt below, and it burns away a nice section of webbing for you to land on, and then once you touch down, you kind of look up, and the storm sphere ignites, and a lightning bolt reaches out and tags Arasta, and she flinches in pain. That brings
Good
me
job,
to
guys. You keep distracting her.
Kimonos.
I still have line of sight on her, correct? I can see her from the top. Yeah, okay. So from here, melee is not really going to do anything for me, but I do have 3 Eldritch Blasts that I will send in her direction.
Go for
it. Wow. So my low roll is a 26.
Ooh.
And that seems good. Okay, so roll that damage. It's all force damage, so it's all going to do what force damage does, which is damage things.
Right?
Forcefully.
You can just add it all together and give me one number. That would be cool, though.
Sure. Your colorful descriptions, Chris, just really get my heart right here. It's so good.
Yeah? I was aiming for your liver. Sorry.
You're rolling like Travis then.
Hey.
37.
I'm
Total
sorry,
of
what?
37 force damage.
37.
Yes.
Cool. And the big guns come out.
And
Good job.
I will follow up with a bonus action for my Warlock ability, Indestructible Life, and regain some hit points.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it's probably a smart plan.
That was a nice look, Amy. That was a nice look. Were you glaring at Ellen?
No, I was impressed. A little jealous.
Okay, so let's see here. What is Arasta gonna do?
Run away.
So many choices.
Surrender the olive.
Oh, I remember. At the end of your turn, she turns her head toward Ariadne and opens her maw unnaturally wide, and
Oh, no.
2 swarms of spiders issue out from inside of her body, all over Ariadne.
That's okay. It's better than what I was
You're immune
expecting.
to poison. You're good.
They will nibble upon you. You can't take poison damage. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. I have you to thank for that.
I believe that's what you said before. But you are restrained, so they'll be at advantage. I'm afraid that's not going to hit your armor class. And neither will that. So, these creatures are climbing all over your body and your hair and trying to like nibble on you, but your armor and the toughness of your hide is preventing them from doing any real damage. It does feel uncomfortable and awkward. I'm gonna leave it right
I
at
figured.
that. Now that it's her turn, as she drops down towards the ground.
I'm glad one of us is happy, Travis.
Yay.
Okay.
Like all the way to the
Why are
ground?
you so happy? Let's see.
As if it's all like Profo's gonna start doing like calisthenics, like
No, she is now 60 feet above the ground, hanging from a rope of webbing, as it were, and what can she do from 60 feet away? Let's see.
She can drop another 60 feet.
Yeah. Chris, do I travel with her, or am I restrained 60 feet above her now?
Oh no, you're up there.
Okay.
You were in her hair, right? Or
Yeah,
It's
when she does the hair
webbing.
thing, the hair that wraps you up, it kind of
Hair web.
detaches at the same time.
Okay.
man, her bathtub must get clogged a lot.
That's why she has all those
Right?
tiny spiders to groom her.
like a plumber on retainer.
Those arachnid jerks really do need to learn a trade, so.
Yeah, so
So they're
she's
all
going to go
like
ahead
cosmetology
and she'll double move. She'll continue. She'll dash down there. She'll continue moving another 40 feet. So she is now 20 feet above the web below.
Okay.
Okay, and that's her turn
for you,
pretty
Porthos.
much. What? Okay. That and that brings me to her lair action.
Cool.
Nice double take,
You
Travis.
say that like you're really happy. So she glances again up towards the canopy, and there's another popping sound, and another one of those fist-sized spiders turns into a horse-sized spider. At this point, those are right above where Ariadne is and preparing to move down to attack, which they do. The horse-sized spiders, both of them. It's not about fair. It's about what's equitable.
I believe in your bovine power. You've got this.
Let's see what happens.
All right. See, the really fortunate thing for Ariadne is Ariadne is wearing all kinds of armor that spiders really find it hard to chew through. And they find it equally challenging. So they're there. They're kind of perched on you, right? Or near you, or
just
hanging down by you. And they're both trying to bite you unsuccessfully.
Blah, 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 blah.
So there they are. It's like the circus with the Minotaur hanging and two spiders swinging around.
So so they both did miss me though, right?
Yes, they both totally missed you. Even with advantage, they missed you.
Okay, that's okay. I'm going to use my reaction to riposte because now this is too many spiders. So I'm going to expend a superior. I'm going to expend a superiority die to try and hit one and get it away from me.
Okay, go for it.
So that is still with disadvantage. That is a 21.
A 21 oddly will hit one of these things.
Cool. For a total of, that's 5 plus 9, 14 magical slashing damage to one of the spiders.
Okay. So you stab into this creature and blood and pus and spit like all spray out all over you. It's not dead, but it's doing that thing that spiders do when they kind of curl up and they try to fake it.
That's
So you
okay.
leave them alone.
Yeah, it's okay.
Penelope, it's your turn.
All right. Penelope has a spider about 20 feet above her. So she's going to...
It's 20 feet up and 30 feet over. So if you Pythagoras that...
I'm going to probably move about halfway, like 15 feet towards her. So I've got a better hypotenuse. I'm going to
How are
use
you
my
going to do this
planar...
as you're moving through the webs?
Hypotenuse.
I just want to point out that there are webs in the way.
Yeah.
You can try this. You're just going to make me a saving throw.
Is it considered difficult terrain, or it's just going to restrain me? Because I've got my land stride ability. Okay.
If you make the saving throw, it's difficult terrain. If you fail the saving throw, it's not moving.
Okay. All right.
At least more than 5 feet.
I'll move and work on my save.
Go for it. Make your save.
That's a 23.
Okay, cool. So it's difficult terrain. You can move your speed.
Okay.
Webbing is not one of your natural terrains.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Strangely
I didn't
enough,
really
it still
plan for
counts.
this.
It will be after this.
Nobody ever does.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to use my planar warrior ability, focused on Arasta. So the next time I hit her, it'll all be force damage, and she'll take extra force damage from the attack.
Nice. So you only moved, right? So you can still attack.
Yes. So I still should have 2 longbows. So I'm gonna roll those. My high is an 18.
Oh, 18 is gonna miss.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm just going to contemplate life in the universe and stare up at my scary spider friend.
Okay, cool. that brings me back to Maury.
Okay. I'm going to shoot with my short bow at advantage.
Get him, get him.
No, wait. Would it be at advantage? Why am I thinking advantage? It's not. It's just not at disadvantage. That's what it was. Brain waking up. Okay, that's a 27 to hit. I do not have any allies nearby, so I do not get my sneak attack. So a whopping 8 damage.
Okay.
That's more than I did.
It's
What we
something.
got?
I'm pretty limited with what I can do, which is the first time I've ever come across this as a rogue. I can't even use my bonus actions. So that's my
Alrighty then.
entire turn.
Ariadne, what would you like to do? You are in a target-rich environment.
I am in a very target-rich environment. However, my primary target has moved away from me. So I'm going to attempt to break free and make my descent.
Go for it. Okay. Now, as you were attempting to break free, the one thing that you notice is that not far from where you are is that rope-like strand of web that Arasta rode down to the ground.
Oh. So could I attempt to break free in the direction of this rope-like webbing?
So you are, in fact, a trained athlete as your background. So you could totally break free and try and acrobatics your way over to that rope.
I would like to do
believe you're
that.
trained in that.
I
All right,
am.
so
I would very
first
much
let's go
like
ahead
to do
and first let's make the athletics check to break free.
that. Okay. That's a 27.
All right, so you break out of the webs, ripping it out, and go ahead and make the acrobatics check.
All right. That is a dirty 20.
Okay, and you deftly swing over to the rope as you're breaking free, and you grab it, and you can start sliding down towards Arasta.
You look amazing.
I would absolutely
It
like
does
to do
look a
that.
lot
And,
like
you
a
know-
circus act. That's really cool.
You are
So
my
here's
favorite kind
what's
of cow.
Yes. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to break free and then I'm going to swing over to the webbing rope, but I'm going to like flip upside down so that my head is going first downward.
Yes.
So that on my way down I can like sword forward. Hiya! So I can't attack her, but I can make my way down.
Awesome. So you
Nice.
start sliding down. What's your speed? Your regular?
My normal speed is 30.
Okay. So for the sake of argument, because this web is somewhat sticky, it makes it much easier to climb down. I'm going to go ahead and say that it was your action to break out and you swung over here successfully, and then you can move your speed 30 feet down. So now you are only 70 feet up at the end of your turn.
Okay. And 70 feet up is how far away from Arasta?
50 feet.
50 feet. Okay. And then lastly, do I take any attacks of opportunity from the spiders?
Yes, you do. We'll see if any of that actually does anything. I
Okay.
have my
Suckers.
doubts.
They could get lucky.
Yeah, that whole clan of spiders and their two large cousins that you left behind all try and bite you to no avail.
See you later, suckers. That's my turn.
Like just
Like-
like the cheering from the ground.
One little one is still kind of like hanging onto your armor, like biting into it. He's not going anywhere. So.
That's okay. He's that
Right?
one is a friend now. That one can hang out. I admire his tenacity.
Yeah, I'm keeping that one. All right, cool. That is awesome. That will bring me totally to the Firemane Angel.
Yeah, so the Firemane Angel looks at Prophos, who, as a reaction, will do finger guns at it. Like that. It's like finger hand crossbow. I don't want to be anachronistic. And then the angel will take flight and, like a streak of flame, shoot towards towards Arasta, and will slash at it twice with a flaming longsword.
Ooh.
Ooh, the first one is a 25 to hit.
Hit.
And then that will attack. Would you like me to use the average just for expediency, or would you like me to roll?
I'll leave that up to you. You can use the averages or you can roll. It's up to you.
I'll just use the averages. So it takes 11 slashing and 22 radiant damage.
Wow.
So 11
And
slashing.
then it will
Now,
attack
now
again.
is the attack... let me take a look at this really quick here. I've got it in front
Please.
of me. So the slashing damage is not considered magical, but the radiant is radiant. So
It's
so
not
there's 11
specified that the damage is
slashing
magic.
and 22 radiant damage by your
Yes.
choice.
Hmm?
Okay, so it slashes into her.
Oh, great.
For a
Does
bunch of
14
damage.
hit with the second attack?
A 14 will not hit, unfortunately.
I am shocked. I am shocked and surprised. So the Firemane Angel will continue on its trajectory past Arasta, but because it has flyby, Arasta is denied her chance at retribution.
Nice. Well done.
And then they do.
What do you want to do? It's your turn.
The Angel and Prophos do like a long distance high five.
This angel is such a bro.
Yeah.
Like with their friends, they go way back. Yeah. And then it's Prophos' turn. You said the creature, Arasta, is 20 feet off of the ground.
Yep.
And is suspended by a rope of her sticky web-like hair.
Now,
So
keep in mind,
I'm gonna. What?
so is Ariadne.
Right, but Ariadne.
Ariadne is also on that rope.
But higher
In
up.
case you had any inclination to cut the rope.
Well, so yes.
Between the two. But
But Ariadne is above the optimal cutting point of the rope. So she
Okay,
wouldn't
sure.
necessarily fall, and I could catch her. If
I
it
have
came
suspicions, but keep going.
you know she's falling horns first, right?
So as a bonus action, the little mace that's way up there goes like 20 feet lower. Got a lot of
You could
mileage out
attack
of
the
that
giant
spell.
spiders. You could attack the giant spiders with them.
Yeah, so I will attack one of the spiders and then move it. That's a good idea. So does an AC of 15 hit one of the spiders?
Oh, the giant spiders?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Awesome. It will take math 13 force damage. Blap.
Okay.
And then it will move down.
Are you attacking the spider that was already damaged, that curled up, or the one that's
Yes,
still kind of active?
exactly that one that you just said. Yes, I am attacking that one first.
Which one?
Because the one
I
that's
said
hurt,
two different
like, his
spiders.
legs. The one whose legs are
Okay, the curled up one. So you hit
Yeah.
that one, and there's a squishing sound when your spiritual mace hits it, and it kind of erupts in an explosion of spider flesh
Awesome.
and is destroyed.
Great. Even if we die,
smile,
we killed
Riley.
something.
We killed something. And then the mace flies down 20 feet. And it's 20 feet above me. I'm going to flame strike it because I'm tired of it. I don't like this thing. So I'm going to cast Flame Strike. Ideally in a way that won't include any of my allies in the... It's just 40-foot column, 10-foot... If it's a radius, I might say that.
There's nobody directly underneath it, from what I can tell. And if you did this, you could probably burn a whole section of webbing off the ground.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yep, so it can make me a saving throw. The type is dexterity. Ideally, if you could fail this, that would be groovy.
What's the DC?
19.
19?
Yep.
Okay. Arasto will not fail, but you should roll damage anyways, though.
I'm gonna roll damage. So, meh. So that's 9 fire and 15 radiant. So she would take half of that. So 9 and 15, 24, 12 total, if it doesn't matter.
It does not. I will have her take 12 damage from this, but she kind of swings to one side as the pillar of flame descends, and it only partially catches her, but it does burn a nice big 10-foot like diameter area of webbing, like completely from the ground. That the ground is not only free of webbing, it's scorched. Scorched earth.
That's the way that Profos likes it. Hold still next time.
All right, cool. Bringing us back to the top of the round again, Nicomedes, what is your wish?
I would like to, as a bonus action, lightning bolt the other giant spider, the one that's not dead.
Okay.
That's only going to be a 15 to hit.
I believe that your chances of hitting that spider with a 15 are dramatically higher than hitting Arasta. That does in fact hit.
Okay. In which case, take 12 lightning.
Okay. It curls
and then
up.
I would. Oh, good. Yes, you stay there, curled up. Well done. Minor
it's
victory.
Still alive. It's just trying to trick you.
That's great. You'd stay right there in that big storm sphere. Meanwhile, I would like to cast a lightning bolt upon Arasta for reals.
Oh, okay.
You get a dexterity save. Yeah.
Are you going to cast that at 3rd level?
Yes, I currently am, because she seems to be pretty dexterous. So.
Okay.
I love it when the many dice are on our side.
It's a nice change of pace.
37 DC. 37 DC 18.
Okay, so she nimbly swings to one side, and the lightning bolt only partially catches her, and she will take the 18 points of damage from that. And there she is. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, I enjoy this nice spot way over here, away from everyone.
Okay.
Victory, my friends! Ride forth!
You can do it!
Do stuff.
Let's see here. That will bring me around to Kamenos.
We're going to do the Eldritch Blast again.
Okay.
Let's see. First one is an AC of 30. Next one is an AC of 19.
Those will both hit.
Okay, and the last one's a 27.
That will hit as well.
Cool. For not a ton of damage. 17 altogether. Force.
Okay.
She's resilient.
Yeah, you keep on like banging it with this, and it's like boom, 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 and you're leaving marks all over the body of Arasta, and she is hurt, and she's getting really angry. you can watch as as her facial expressions are changing to ones that are extremely more unpleasant than the ones she had previously.
with her giant gaping maw where she tried to swallow a minotaur.
It just gets bigger.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So at this point, let's see here. She touches down on the ground, and
I'd really rather she didn't.
she
Stay there.
she is gonna rush directly toward Prophos and
Now you will see what
and
you have
attack.
done.
Attack with all the attacks. Prophos is also armored to the hilt. Let's see here. There it is. So Prophos, I am certain that 17 misses your armor class. However, a 29 will hit and a natural 20 will hit.
Both of those, according to
On the
my
natural.
math. Oh god.
So the 29 was her bite attack, and for her bite attack, you will take 20 piercing and make a Constitution saving throw. It is poison, in case it matters.
Nope. So on my Constitution saving throw, I rolled a mighty 5.
Oh no.
Okay, so you'll take another 32 poison.
Oof.
I laughed
In
at
addition
that.
to-
32.
You'll take 24 points of damage from the crit with its claw.
Gotcha. I am tracking
And
all
then
of the
Travis
truckloads of
turns into a
damage
Muppet.
that you just hit the lever and just pour it on top of me.
It did.
Thank you for that, by the way.
There were buttons and everything.
Drink deeply from the hose of pain.
I got time to drink from the fire hose.
The important thing is you don't take this as a reflection on yourself personally.
Provost doesn't know. A little bit, because once again, I forgot to cast Hero Feast yesterday, but
I feel like I've heard
that's
this.
all right. That's neither here nor there.
What'd you forget,
All right,
Travis?
so
Heroes Feast.
would that have made things easier?
It would have made things 32 points easier.
Okay, cool.
For more than one of us.
It's funny because I can actually measure how much easier it would make. Like, it can be quantified in numbers.
All right.
So far, it
so
would have been
that will bring me
64 points easier.
That's true.
Penelope.
Well, Arasta's a lot closer than I'd really, really like her to be, but she's focused on Prophos. So I would like to use my Vanish ability. So I'd like to bonus action hide.
Oh,
A 17 stealth to hide from her.
17 stealth. Yeah, no. She knows exactly where you are.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna try and shoot her in her stupid spider butt. She's not focused on me.
That is rude. That is rude.
right in the dumb, bulbous butt.
Alright, so 2 longbow attacks.
All right.
A nat 1 and a 27.
One of those will hit.
So that is 13 piercing damage.
All right. Okay, so let's see here. That was Penelope. It is Maury's turn.
Yes. I would like to switch to my Flame Tongue's short sword.
Okay.
And An 18 is gonna miss.
19?
18. Right?
Oh, 18 will miss, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, then I'm staying here. Again, I'm not using my bonus action.
Okay, so you swing at Arasta, and she kind of like steps aside a little bit, reflexively lashes out with her claw at Prophos, but rolls a natural 1 and misses.
Okay, great.
So that brings me to Ariadne.
Me, I am on her rope web thing. So would I be right above her then?
You're not right above her, but because it is in fact like a rope web and it's really long, you could swing to come down upon her.
That was absolutely the plan. I would like to leave the safety of the rope web and flip down onto her back.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Safety.
Oh yeah, that's a 26.
26. So you slide partway down the rope web, and then you do like a actually you describe it. You tell me, how does it look like?
So I'm coming partway down the web. I would like to push off with my hands to bring my head up into a flip, and then with the success of the check, as I come down on her, that will be my first attack.
Nice. So roll to hit on that attack. When you land, you're going to take a little bit of damage, but we'll get to that in a minute.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm not restrained in any way. It's a straight roll, right?
Go.
Wait.
Not even a little bit.
Which part?
You're not restrained.
Okay. So that first attack is a 29 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah, you got her.
So I'm going to expend my longsword.
Okay.
I'm going to expend a superiority die for a menacing attack.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So that's going to be 12. It's going to be 21 damage, and I need her to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 18.
What's the DC for the saving throw?
18.
I imagine you just like flipping through the air, out charge.
You come down
Mm-hmm.
and you slam right into her body. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She makes that saving throw.
Okay, that's okay. She's not frightened of me.
No. And she hits the ground, and there's kind of a expulsion from her body. Almost as if, for a moment, you think that she might be getting ready to die. But then something really, really bad happens.
Cool.
And you watch as one part of her body explodes like a giant cyst. And all of these spiders come issuing out from it to cover her body like armor. You end up getting shoved off and slide to the ground. By the way, from your fall, you're going to take a little bit of damage. Let's get that out of the way really quick here. It's only
Amy, are you okay?
12 points of damage.
Peachy.
Okay. And you watch as when she stands up, she is covered in this armor of spiders.
Cool.
And she has regained some amount of her vigor.
Okay.
This is just a sign of our inevitable victory. Keep going, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've still got 2 attacks.
All signs point to yes.
Go for it.
Okay. That second attack is a 24.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just gonna do a straight no superiority die on that one. That's 10 more damage. And then a 22 for 19 damage. So the last two attacks were 29 points of damage.
Got it. So you are literally cutting away, and like the spiders that make up her armor are like being killed as you're like slicing into them, trying to get through to her body.
Neat. Yeah, that's my turn.
Let's see here.
I'm both impressed and super disgusted at the same time.
As you should be.
At this point, she lashes out at you, Ariadne.
Okay.
She hits an armor class of 26 and 31.
Both of those will hit.
You will take 17 and 17, so 34 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I will use my reaction to use my supernatural gift granted to me by my god Heliod. So I will roll a d12 and reduce one of those by 11 damage.
Nice. Well done. Heliod smiles upon you. Let's see here. That will bring me to
I can
the
do
Fire
that.
Main Angel.
Fireman Angel like flips back their beautiful red fiery hair and flies towards Arasta again with its longsword held over its head. AC 22.
Hit.
So that will be 11 slashing and 22 fire.
Nice.
And an AC 16.
That will miss.
Disappointed. But that's okay. Disappointment is part of the cycle of life.
True story.
And it will continue to fly past Arasta and do like this awesome skid in the air.
All right.
Mid-air skid.
What are you gonna do, Propos?
And then Prophos like smiles as because Arasta is down. Not only is Arasta on the ground, but also Ariadne is also on the ground. So Prophos will kind of, with his shield interpose between him and Arasta, will move around to Ariadne, and he will grip the haft of her weapon and utter a prayer to Clothis and cast Holy Weapon.
Holy cow! You cast Holy Weapon.
Hey, easy with the cow jokes. Come on now. So I will cast it upon you wield an axe, correct?
I wield a longsword.
Longsword.
A longsword. I will still grip it by the husk and cast Holy Weapon. So you
The husk of my sword.
the husk of your sword. So when you attack with it, first of
Sword
all,
husks.
it emanates bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for initial 30 feet. In addition, your weapon attacks deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage on a hit. If it's not already a magic weapon, it becomes one. And then that's for me. So, yes, you
Cool.
do that. I will hit this horrible creature. How's everybody looking? So I will hit Arasta in the face again with my mace.
Go for it.
Nice.
Right, just knock it upside the head. Ooh, 25 to hit.
Hit.
So it takes 9 bludgeoning damage and
Okay.
10 fire damage. And that is a magical attack.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Is she a construct?
No.
Never mind. The
Wouldn't
other
that
stuff
be
doesn't
convenient?
Inside,
It
there's
would
one tiny little
essentially
spider driving.
It's like,
Screw you guys!
I'm done. Profos' turn is complete.
When you hit her,
He
she
does
like
this.
lashes out with her hands at you, Profos. And she's gonna hit armor class 30 and a crit.
Oh no!
See,
So
this
with
is
armor
fair.
class 30, that hits
Spell
that
goes
does
away.
17 points of damage. And the crit I will roll.
I'm gonna be so disappointed at the luck
does-
that Profos has.
So 17 and then an additional 26. No, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes.
26.
All right.
No, plus 7 is hang on.
17 and 26. Okay.
17 and 34.
34. Oh. All right. So I succeeded on my concentration saving throws. 17, 30. Oh wait, I forgot to.
And while you're mapping,
I accidentally hit
Nicomedes, it's your turn.
321.
Is that
Oh,
one
boy.
horse-sized spider still crawling after us from up there?
No.
Okay, they're both gone. All right. In which case, I let the storm sphere die. You obviously do not know how to squash a spider. I shall summon a wagon-sized hand, also known as an upcast Bigby's hand. And I shall attempt to squish the spider.
Roll the hit.
Yep.
Swat.
That's 14 in my... What's my... 13, so 27?
27 will hit.
All right, I shall hit you with this 8th level Bigby's hand.
Woof.
15, 20,
That's a
30,
slapping hand.
40, 50 even.
Wow.
Oh.
Of, I believe, force damage?
Yeah.
Force damage.
Yeah.
See,
it's
now
true.
both of us have used our 8th level spells.
Well, you got that going for you, which is nice. Okay, so is there anything else you want to do?
I wish I had something else to do, but I do not. I will happily sit
Okay.
here 90 feet away.
All right. Kamenos.
I'm gonna cast Blight on her.
Ooh.
Okay. Roll the hit.
So there's no hit for this. It's a Constitution save from her, unless she's a plant of some
true
form.
story. He is not a plant.
What other types of things
And
can you
then-
ask if she might be?
I believe if she succeeds, she still takes damage. So go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, it's it'll be half. It is a con save, DC 19. It is 52 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Did you say 52 or 62?
5-2.
Okay, cool. So she will resist that and take half of it.
Jerk.
The important thing is you don't think that's a reflection on yourself personally. Let's see.
Trying.
Let's see. So you did that.
Not a dead, not a plant, not a construct. What else we got?
Clearly an elemental.
Okay. Let's see here. So she will act, and she will. Oh wow! Who's standing right next to her again? I think that's Prothos. Oh, there's 3 of you.
No.
Is that not it? Okay. Let's see. Who do I want to mess with next? She will
Spiders.
use that. You don't need to worry about this, Travis, but the other 2 need to make me dexterity saving throws.
Oh.
As her hair web
No.
extends out.
No.
Does anyone have proficiency with barber's tools?
No. I'm sad.
How about you, Ma?
I got a 23.
Yeah, you did.
So one of you is caught in the thing.
I got an 8.
And it is Penelope.
So Penelope is gonna take a deep, centering breath, and she's just gonna start like trucking towards Arasta and her friends through the webs. So whatever you need me to do, and then she's gonna
Dexterity
fling
saving throw.
herself. Yeah, she's gonna fling herself at the spider. That's a 20 on the die. So that's a
Nice.
29 dex save. And Penelope's going to just draw her short sword of wounding and just start hacking at Arasta. As she does,
I like this.
I'm going to invoke my planar warrior ability. So bonus action, planar warrior. So I'm going to roll my 2 short sword attacks. So if these hit,
Okay.
I'm going to have a lot. I've got a 27 and a 23.
Hit.
Okay, so that's 2d6 plus the 2d4 for the necrotic plus 2d8 for the planar warrior. Let me get some math up in here.
Roll all that up, and then tell me
Okay.
all the things. All
Okay,
out
so
one
that's-
big number.
28 piercing / force damage. Do you need me to split it?
Nope.
Okay.
28 is the total of everything all together? Okay.
Yes, I had a couple of
Nice.
ones in there.
No worries. You damage her mightily.
And then I scream.
In
But
terror or
a
fury?
deep, valiant warrior scream, right? That impresses the gods.
Valiant warrior scream?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right on. Cool. All right, so you slam into the side of Arasta and you're rending her armor asunder. All of the little spiders on her body that were there previously are all destroyed by now, thanks to the efforts of all of your allies. So you are tearing directly into her body at this point. And she is screaming in pain as she is fighting to stay alive. That will... oh, yeah. At the end of that, in her fury, she releases a pulse of really nasty energy through her web of hair, invoking the Nyx weave. And Ariadne, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. If I must. 27.
That
Nice.
makes me sad in a way you can't possibly imagine.
I would say that I'm
Never
sorry,
mind.
but I'd be lying.
Remember all that build up? With your mightiness of Minotaur power, you managed to resist the energy of the Nyx weave as it flows into your body.
Is that why she took my brain
no
knowledge
worries.
earlier?
Do what?
So is that why she
Sure,
took my brain
sure.
knowledge earlier?
No, that's totally different. That's so she'd come after you when you escaped because you fled, but that doesn't appear to be happening yet. So At any rate, that brings me to Mori.
Okay. Still right there, right beside her. Flame tongue, short sword. Roll good for me. A 21. Yes.
A 21 will hit.
Yes. Okay,
And
this
you
is
have
going to
allies aplenty standing next to her.
Yes.
Sneak attack.
So, yes, I got my sneak attack. I also have 2d6 of fire. Do you want me to put them all together with the rest of my magic damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Do that thing you just said.
Okay. So many dice on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
40 damage. 40 damage.
Nice. You stabbing her, and you watch as, like, not only are you, like, wounding her deeply, but, like, you know, the skin is peeling away from the fire, and blood is issuing out from her body. She kind of reflexively jerks, and, like, one claw jumps out, but it only hits an armor class of 17.
Yeah, that's a miss.
That didn't hit you?
She has disadvantage
Okay,
anyway.
and yeah, it's the spider twitch. That
I would
misses,
like
so that's
the wise warrior knows when to give up and bring the people some olives and let them go on their way. That's what I say to her.
She screeches in frustration at your attempt at wisdom, which your attempt is quite strong, and that's why she's mad.
You make
That
a
brings
good
me
point.
to
It's
Ariadne. It is
upsetting
your
me.
turn.
It's me. I'm restrained, but I'm still in melee, so that means nothing to me as a person and as a minotaur. 3 swings.
Okay.
All right. That's a 26 to hit.
Yep.
A 16 will not hit.
No, it will not.
And oh my goodness. I just wish you all could see this. At disadvantage, that is a natural 20 and a natural 1. I'm sad.
That's upsetting.
Sad vantage.
That's okay.
Wah, wah.
Sad vantage. That is 1 hit.
Statistically
though.
speaking, right down the middle.
Yeah. But that is 1 hit, and I am going to use a superiority die for another menacing attack.
All right.
You get your holy weapon damage.
So that is really nice. There's a 1 in there, but that's okay. 6, 7, 15, 24. 24 damage total, and a wisdom saving throw from her, please.
And if she were to fail the saving throw, what would happen?
She would be afraid of me.
Well, that could very well happen. She will use her first instance of legendary resistance and say nay.
That's all right.
First,
With my
Yeah.
bonus action, I will take a very calm. I will follow Penelope's example and take a very calm, centering breath, and use my
Nice.
second wind.
Okay, that will bring me to the Fire Main Angel.
the Fire Main Angel
Yes.
will attack. Swoop down. AC 13.
That's going to miss. I won't lie.
AC 19.
AC 19 will just hit.
All right. It takes 11 slashing and 22 fire damage.
Okay,
From
so it'll
the
take
Fire
all the
Main
fire and only part of the slashing.
That's okay. That's not up to me, and sometimes we just have to accept the things outside of our control. I am done. It will fly away, and I am done. I am done. It is done. It is
Cool, what
done.
are you going to do,
They are done.
Profos?
Profos, like he's not mad at the Fire Main Angel. He's just kind of disappointed because it keeps missing half the time. So Prophos is going to use. Ooh, I'm running out of spells, so I'm going to use my 7th level spell slots, and I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds. So we've got me and Ariadne are definitely within 30 feet. Is that it?
I think everybody but Nicomedes.
Yeah, everybody but
I'll do
Nicomedes
that
is
then.
down there, so you can get most of the group.
Yeah. I'm happy
All right.
directing the battle
So
from my spot.
So 1, 2, 3.
Oops.
Me. Ah. 39 points of damage. If your name
Of
is
healing
not
damage?
Nicomedes.
Wow.
39
So
points of
are you
healing.
gonna
You get
heal,
39 hit points.
Is that for Arasta too?
No.
No.
Don't be silly.
All right.
That was a compelling argument, but it didn't work this time.
I'm up to
Nicomedes, what would
I'm
you
up
like to
full
do?
health.
I would like to cast
I'm so
Lightning
sad.
Bolt at her to let you make a dexterity saving throw for this Lightning Bolt. 10, 20. Oh, I keep rolling well on Lightning Bolt. 34.
Okay, so
34
she rolled a
DC
1 and a
18.
2, so she will use her second instance of legendary resistance and say nay, and take half that damage,
Awesome.
so that's 17.
And when she jumps to the side directly into my plan, as I was ready for this, I have a 19 to squash her with a giant hand. Does a 19 hit
for
her
it.
armor class?
Yeah.
Okay, then I squash you with this giant hand.
I really hope Bigby's hand gets it.
20, 30,
I five it to death.
39, 41.
41 damage.
41 damage force.
That is 3 more hit points than she has. You exactly come down with the Bigby's hand and whack! And her legs splay out in all directions. And she is
That's like the
squashed by the Bigby's hand.
The only way that could have been better if it was a
Arasta.
big rolled up newspaper.
At this point,
Oh, that
you guys
great.
can hear movement all around you in the brush as hundreds of thousands of spiders are fleeing the area in terror from your might.
I thought they
The
were
webbing
gonna kill us
recedes.
now.
No, the webbing recedes
Now that she's gone.
and allows you easy access to the tree where you can go and pull an olive down as
we
was
take
your
2?
mission.
I feel like
You
we should take
can.
an extra.
You can take 2. I will caution you, however, that you know that if you eat an olive and you are not in, there is a chance that the deity who's responsible for these olives will cause you to go crazy. You guys have succeeded at your mission and can now journey back to Miletus to help revive one of the 12, their lead person, and you are successful. So thank you for playing.
Huzzah!
We
I'd
did
like
it.
to cast Hero's
Folks.
Feast, please.
Victory!
Yeah. So for those of you who've been watching this,
Just give us the
Feast.
hero's feast.
yeah, this is Dungeons and Dragons Mythic Encounters in Theros, and my name is Chris Lindsay, and my players are, and we'll start back at the column on the left on the top.
My name is Alan Patrick, and I've been playing Kamenos.
And below Alan we have
Amy Linda Zora, in charge of Penelope, the afraid of spiders.
and then
Greg Marks playing Nicomedes.
And then back to the top again.
Yes, Latia Jaquise playing Ariadne, the most acrobatic minotaur you've ever seen.
True story.
Truth.
And below her,
And I'm Ma'at Crook. I have been playing Mori, the satyr.
and last but certainly not least, we have
Travis Woodall playing Prophos, Forger of Instant Pots, and Friend of Angel.
Nice. Thank you all for playing. It was my pleasure.
Thank
was
you
fun.
This was
so
super
much.
fun.
Thank
So
you.
much
This was real fun.
This is
Thank you.
pretty-
Yeah.